Hey there, fellow van builders. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jason, the van teacher. Do you want a strong, simple, and stealthy roof rack for your Ram Promaster that won't break the bank? In today's lesson, we're covering how to build and install a simple, strong, and affordable roof rack using 80/20 aluminum. You'll be able to easily attach solar panels, a roof deck, ladder, light bars, storage boxes, or any other rooftop accessory with this highly adaptable rack system. This video will cover planning and design, tools and materials, assembly, and installation. Throughout the video, I'll share some pro tips and tricks to help your installation go smoothly. Let's get right to it. "80/20 extruded aluminum is a versatile, lightweight, and durable material that you can use throughout your van. In fact, most of my build utilizes 80/20 for framing my cabinets, kitchen galley, and seating areas. If you are interested in how I used 80/20 on the inside, be sure to check out my recently released video on building van cabinets with 80/20 aluminum. For a basic roof rack, you can use as little as a few sticks of 80/20, mounting hardware, and roof rack adapters to build a complete solar panel rack for as little as a few $100s. Or if you need a bigger rack for carrying more gear up top, you can easily build a full-size rack, complete with room for a deck, storage boxes, and more. Now let's talk about planning and design and the essential parts and materials you will need. The first step in any project is careful planning and design. You'll save yourself some time and money if you think through your needs and wants before you start purchasing materials. A roof rack not only allows you to install components and accessories on your roof, it also gives your van character and style and can even provide deck space for stargazing. Decide what you need from a rack and then start planning your design. I wanted my rack to hold 2 solar panels and have enough room for future expansion and possibly a roof deck. Later, I decided to simplify my rack and slide the solar panels back a few feet to improve fuel economy. I also removed a couple of crossbars to change the look of the rack. The versatility of 80/20 made these modifications quick and easy. The Ram Promaster van is equipped with small welded roof tabs spaced along the side edges of the roof. There are a variety of roof rack adapters available to fit these tabs, from which you can attach a roof rack. The adapter I chose to use was made specifically for attaching 80/20 to your roof. I have linked to it in the video description below. Once you decide on the length of your rack, you can then determine how many roof rack adapters you will need. For example, a 259-inch wheelbase Ram Promaster with a full-length rack of approximately 11 feet will utilize all 4 tabs on each side and will need a total of 8 roof rack adapters. At a bare minimum, you can use just 2 of the tabs on each side and need only 4 adapters. This would give you a roof rack of approximately 5 feet long, which is about the length of a solar panel. Don't worry if you cannot find full-length sections of 80/20. My rack is 11 feet long, and I used a 10-foot section connected to a 1-foot section. Although the extra length was not necessary, I thought it looked better for the side rail to extend the full length of the roof. You can easily connect two pieces end to end using straight line inside connectors. Some things you will want to consider when planning your rack is whether or not you have roof vents or an AC unit, and whether you want to mount things like solar panels toward the front of your van or toward the rear. This will help you decide on the number of crossbars and their spacing. Since I only have a single roof vent at the rear of my van, I decided to mount my solar panels toward the front, although I later moved them back to minimize disturbing airflow at the front of the van, which should improve fuel economy. Once you have your layout planned, you can determine the total amount of 80/20 aluminum you will need and all of the associated parts for putting it together. Here is a sample list of materials you'll need and some of the tools needed to assemble the roof rack. Make sure to carefully measure before cutting your 80/20. 80/20 aluminum does not give or flex, and connectors will not fit if your measurements are off. The exact length of your side rails is less critical than the length of your crossbars. It is fine if the crossbars are a 1/16 or so too short, but if they are too long, they will not fit between your side rails. You can easily cut 80/20 using a compound miter saw with a metal cutting blade or a fine finish blade. A general purpose wood blade will work if you cut slowly, but I don't recommend it because the blade may not have enough teeth for a smooth cut and may catch or bind. It is much safer to use the right type of blade when cutting through metal. The blade I am using is made specifically for cutting aluminum and has 96 teeth. Look for a blade with at least 60 to 70 teeth. You can also use a bandsaw, jigsaw, circular saw, reciprocating saw, and even a hacksaw with varying results. Be sure to always wear ear and eye protection and take your time when cutting. The first step in assembling your rack will be attaching the roof rack adapters. They simply fit over the roof tabs, and the included bolts tighten into place using either the supplied wrench or your own. Be sure the adapter brackets are in line with each other and are as perpendicular to the roof as possible. You may want to leave them slightly loose until you have attached the side rails to ensure that they are sitting at the right angle. Once the adapters are attached to your van, you simply slide the 80/20 side rails into place. This was a little tricky given their length. I ended up having to stand in the bed of a pickup truck parked behind the van and slowly work the rails into each adapter. Once the rails were in place, I tightened everything down. It is important to use Loctite on all bolts to ensure that they do not vibrate loose over time. To attach and mount my solar panels, I drilled 2 holes on each end of the panel and bolted them to my 80/20 crossbars. I then attached the 2 crossbars to the side rails using corner mounting plates. I could have also used L-shaped corner brackets, but the corner plates allowed for an easier installation as they rest on the side rails, easily slide front to back, and don't require holding the solar panels while trying to insert the bracket bolts. In my original assembly several months earlier, I used coated steel bolts. They were starting to show some corrosion, so I quickly replaced all of the hardware with stainless steel. Your roof rack is now fully assembled. To finish it off, you can add D-ring tie-down anchors along the side rails or install 80/20 slot covers. The slot covers keep dirt from accumulating in your rails and allow you to customize the rack with some color. You can also add additional crossbars for attaching light bars, cameras, or anything else you want to secure to the roof. If you want to create more deck space, consider using steel or aluminum perforated panels bolted directly to the rails and crossbars. Side ladders can be bolted to the side rails as well. Well, that's a wrap. This DIY roof rack is simple, strong, and stealthy. The black powder-coated 80/20 aluminum gives it a clean, low-profile look, while still being rugged enough to support solar panels, cargo, or even a deck if I want to expand it later. Here are a few final takeaways to keep in mind. Measure twice, cut once. If your crossbars don't line up with your roof mounts, you're going to have a bad time. Use thread locker. Vibration will slowly loosen bolts, so lock them down. Keep it modular. With 80/20, you can add or adjust as needed. If you would like to learn more about van conversions, check out my videos on electrical systems, including installing solar power, DC to DC chargers, shore power, and choosing the right wire size. If you would like to know how much we spent on our van, check out my video on how much our 2023 Ram Promaster cost to build. Also, check out the links in the description below for more information on any of the products mentioned in this video. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below.